resume our regular order of business. Ms. Ariema, please read the minutes.
Regular meeting of the Mayor and Council held on September 22nd, 2015. Executive session of the Mayor and Council held on September 22nd, 2015. Workshop session of the Mayor and Council held on September 22nd, 2015.
Are there any corrections or changes? May I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented, Mayor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ms. Ariema, communications, please.
New Jersey State League Municipalities, Mayor's Advisories,
Receive and file.
Borough Valley Sewage Authority minutes,
Receive and file.
Borough Planning Board minutes.
Receive and file. Ms. Ariema, please read ordinance 15-19 by title only.
Yes, Mayor, an ordinance to enact Chapter 77, dumpsters and containers of the Code of the Borough of Garwood to regulate placement and maintenance of dumpsters and containers, and to repeal Article 9, dumpsters and containers in Chapter 146, streets and sidewalks of said code.
Have a motion to introduce 15-19.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any discussion? Roll call, please, Ms. Ariema.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Councilwoman Carney. Aye. Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Okay, and Ms. Ariema, please read ordinance 15-20 by title only.
Mr. Mayor, an ordinance to amend 106-4 definitions in Article 1, general provisions in Chapter 106 land use, and 5-49 duties and powers in Article 8 borough engineer and Chapter 3 administration of the Code of the Borough of Garwood to define the roles of the borough engineer and board engineer with respect to land use applications and developments.
Motion to introduce ordinance 15-20.
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance 15-20, Mayor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any questions? Roll call, please, Ms. Ariema.
Councilman Carney. Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Okay, we'll move right along. Council standing committee reports and other reports. Police, Councilwoman Carney.
The police dispatch consoles have been installed and the outside vendor work is complete. Barring any little tweaks that may need to be made and some minor cosmetic issues, the project is done. Chief Underhill invites council to stop by after the meeting and take a look. As we head into the final quarter, Chief Underhill reports that to date, the police department has logged 16,885 service calls this year. In September alone, police responded to 1,675 calls. 28 were motor vehicle accidents, while 39 were medical calls. Since the last council meeting, the police have answered 1,254 calls for service. We are on pace to meet or exceed last year's total of 20,121 calls for service. With these facts in mind, it is easy to see that the borough is becoming a busy place. Replacing the old dispatch console is a major upgrade and one that was much needed. Chief Underhill wishes to thank Mayor and Council for understanding this and funding this project. We are in a great position to meet the needs of a growing town and ensure quality services to our residents.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any comments? And I would also just say that I would invite everyone to see the new console in the police department. It's basically a great thing to see. And thank you, Chief and the Captain, also for their additional hours spent in there. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Public Health, Council President Houston, any report?
I don't have one.
Thank you. Streets and Roads Ecology, Councilwoman Tedesco.
Thank you, Mayor. The DPW has been doing many additional tasks outside of the regular duties of garbage pickup, grass and brush pickup, white goods pickup by resident request, and checking and treating problem sewer lines. I want to commend the department for all their hard work as always, but I want to point out that they've been doing wonderfully, keeping up while short one laborer for medical reasons. The DPW delivered and picked up barricades for a block party on Locust Avenue. The annual line striping program is now complete, including the painting of the first 10 feet on either end of the concrete divider on Center Street between North and South Avenue. The DPW has also cleared debris from the tops of the stormwater drainage inlets around the borough, including at the recreation complex and borough hall entrances and parking lots. They removed graffiti from the Center Street underpass. This is terrific news, as I know some residents have complained about that in particular. Shade tree pruning was done by the DPW over the past couple of weeks at certain locations on Willow, Myrtle, and Spruce. Major pothole repairs were made on the 400 block of 3rd Avenue. Specifically, 2 more tons of asphalt were used in addition to the original 4 tons. Areas on the dead end of Myrtle were marked for pothole repairs. The leaf bags for the 2015 leaf bagging program are in. Residents can pick them up at the DPW as was previously available as well. Union County provided annual stormwater management training to all public works employees as required by the NJDEP. Finally, fortunately, the forecasted hurricane was not as bad as originally projected, but our DPW was prepared for that emergency by having all equipment fueled and loaded with emergency cones and barrels, so they were ready to go if need be. Fortunately, didn't have to go out for it. And that's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any comments? We'll move on to fire. Council President Newsted, I believe you have a report, Councilwoman.
I do.
Thank you.
Mayor. Busy tonight. There were 15 incidences in September with a total man hours of 123 for all alarms. Meetings included 50 hours and 25 men. Drill included 42 hours and 21 men. Driver training and pump drills included 9 hours and 3 men. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments from the council? Not. Finance, Councilman Petroselli.
Thank you, Mayor. The Finance Committee met to discuss the audit proposals that we received. The CFO will be doing an analysis of the proposals, and we will meet again on October 28th. The 2 that we received were from Supley Clooney and Holman, Farina, and Allison. That's all for my report.
Thank you. Any comments? We'll move on. Buildings and Grounds, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Laws and License, Councilman Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. In response to residents' concern on 3rd Avenue about alternate side of the street parking, the Laws and License Committee reviewed Chapter 21, Section 8.7. It only affects the 100 block of 3rd Avenue. We'd like to encourage the council to review the ordinance as we support removing this ordinance from our code. If the majority of the council agrees, we'll advance its removal for introduction.
Thank you. Any comments? If not, Recreation.
Mayor, it is a short ordinance. I don't know if you want to take a look at that now or just review it and then discuss it at the next meeting as to whether we want to introduce it or not. Or we could look at it real quick now and put it up for introduction. I mean, it's something that's,
Why don't we do it now?
I mean, I think it's fairly straightforward. It's what the residents spoke about at the last
Okay.
council meeting. But if anybody wants to wait an additional 2 weeks, I'm open to that too.
What's the council's
We'll
thoughts?
get it done now.
Okay, fine.
So what does that mean? We're gonna introduce it tonight?
No, introduce at the next meeting. But that way
It's an
there we
open
wouldn't
discussion
delay
at this point.
another meeting to discuss.
Okay.
Fine, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so, Ms. Ariema, if you'll put that on for introduction.
Well, Mr. Not prepare it first.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Knott, if you could prepare that for us. Do you have a copy of it? Or would you like one?
Yeah, do you have any?
Sure.
Is everybody aware of what we're discussing now?
Thanks, Mayor.
Okay, fine, no problem. Thank you. One less thing for next meeting. Thank you.
That is all from my report, Mayor.
Thank you. We already had some comments, so we'll carry on to Recreation. Councilwoman Tedesco.
Thank you, Mayor. The Recreation Commission has informed me of a couple of dates to share with the public. Children's Halloween ceramics will be October 21st at Lincoln School after school. And holiday ceramics for adults and children will be on December 16th. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you.
And I'll get you them for the
Any
website.
comments?
Thank you.
I just have one comment. The borough clerk has reminded me that we're still looking for members of that committee. There's 3 vacancies at this point, 2 regular members and 1 alternate. So if you know anyone, please submit the name through our borough website. Thank you. Committee on Aging, Councilwoman Carney.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Library's Mayor's Representative, Councilman Petroselli.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. The library has a busy calendar of programs for October. The Thursday Night Book Club met October 1st and discussed The Escape by Baldacci, The knitting club started on Monday, October 5th, and will continue on Mondays and Thursdays through December. ESL classes also started on Monday, October 5th, and will continue on Mondays and Fridays through December. The adult education for those seeking to continue their elementary or secondary education started on October 6th and will continue on Tuesdays and Fridays through December. Children's book signing was held on October 6th at 3:30 p.m. Local author Lynn Castellado signed her book, A Lesson to be Learned. Immigrant ID program lecture will take place on October 17th at 11 a.m. The Monday afternoon book club will meet 1 p.m. October 19th and discuss Amanda Ward's The Same Sky. Family-friendly workouts with Clementina will resume on October 20th at 11 a.m. A children's Halloween craft will be held at 3:30 p.m. on October 26th. We will show Hotel Transylvania at a kids' movie night at 6:30 on October 29th. We will supply the popcorn and the kids can come in their PJs. Toddler Story Time continues to meet Wednesday morning and movies are shown every Friday morning. School children can also participate in I Spy, Harry Potter themed showcase contest and a prize. As always, the library offers Wi-Fi, copy service, notary services, the home delivery service for the disabled, and we also recently added fax services to our list of amenities. That's all for my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Any comments? Hearing none, celebration of public events and holidays. Councilman,
You missed one. School board.
oh, sorry. School Board Liaison, Councilman Matthews.
Thanks, Mayor. Actually, no report. The next meeting is the 20th.
Of December. Celebration of public events and holidays.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilwoman, I know you're prepared.
Yes, I have plenty of reports tonight. All right, so Celebrations will be having its third annual pumpkin decorating contest on Saturday, October 24th at 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. with winners announced soon thereafter. There are 4 categories: pre-K and kindergarten, 1st to 3rd grade, 4th to 8th grade, and high school and up, to be held at the First Aid Squad parking lot next to the PTA's Trick or Trunk event. Hershey chocolate bars will be given to all participants. Don't forget to register your home for the Halloween house decorating contest. Judging will take place the weekend of October 24th. Register by emailing garwoodcelebrations@garwood.org. That's all for my report.
Thank you. Any comments on the public celebrations report? Hearing none, Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board Representative, Councilman Matthews.
Thank you, Mayor. We had a meeting last Monday, the 28th, at 7:30. Couple things. Summit Helipad project seems to be a done deal. Part of the reason we had the meeting was there has been a recent uptick noted in air traffic noise in the surrounding communities, although I have not received really any complaints. If anyone has, let me know.
I haven't.
There's a discussion of the redesign of the FAA air traffic plan. It's currently been put on hold. Well, actually, it's been on hold for quite a while. And we elected officers. Jerry Fetter is still the chairman, and the other officers are the same as last year. That's all from my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments? Hearing none. Administrative Committee, Councilwoman Tedesco.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Historical Committee, Councilwoman Tedesco.
All right. Last but not least. Thank you, Mayor. A couple of members of the Historical Committee, the mayor and myself, met on September 23rd to tour part of the paperboard company. We toured the powerhouse or back building of the paperboard company located on North Avenue. Eric Schulman provided the tour and shared some history with the group. His family purchased the property in the 1970s where the complex produced paper. According to the records at the Garwood Public Library, the main manufacturing building was built in 1900, followed by an addition in 1910 known as the machine shop. The powerhouse building, which the committee toured, was constructed from 1910 to 1911. The main Aeolian Company complex was then powered by steam via an underground tunnel system, which made the world-famous Aeolian organs. The powerhouse still contains 2 vintage boilers, plus one that was installed in the 1980s. The steam piping infrastructure, various blow-down tanks, a rare large steam-powered pump, the smokestack brick base, and miscellaneous controls and devices. Many photos were taken and will be archived at the Garwood Public Library. An article and photo from the tour will be in the next edition of the Garwood Gazette. And I want to thank the president of the Historical Committee, Bruce Patterson, for setting up that tour and also helping in writing this article. The Historical Committee is in need of new members. Please contact Mayor Lombardo or Borough Hall if you are interested in becoming a member. That's all for my report.
Any comments on that report? Hearing none, I do have a new member for that organization. I'll be announcing at the next meeting.
Good to hear. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Ariello, please read the officers' report.
Chief of Police Bruce Underhill monthly report for August 2015. Lindsay Stefano, zoning code enforcement officer monthly report for September 2015. Municipal tax collector Aggie Creswell monthly report for September 2015.
May I have a motion to accept the officers' report as presented?
So,
Have a second? All in favor? Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone, sign and please state your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mayor Lombardo, ladies and gentlemen of the council, and Louis B. Carney. Bruce
Mr. Patterson?
325 Willow Avenue. Good to hear that we have a new member coming on the historical committee. So
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Right, no problem. I'm looking for more.
That's good. They can be of any age. I mean, Sarah enjoys history, teach history.
I would be careful. Go ahead.
History can be short or long. But anyway, if somebody just gives an overview, there was a resident in Garwood that actually put his life on the line to remove a hornet's nest. It had to be about this big. If anybody could give me, it was at the parking lot.
Oh, I know where it was. It's not still there?
No, it's gone.
Okay. No, I don't know who did it.
Oh, I thought you did know.
I thought who was supposed to do it.
Pete,
Who he did?
I thought you did. Okay.
I thought it was a Shade Tree division.
No, it's Pete down the street on Willow.
Okay. I'll read you that.
Oh, okay. I think he deserves a commendation for that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, there's rumors about the Casal, Petro possibly getting a tax abatement. Didn't even know anything about that. There's a.
As you know, I'm on the planning board, and you also. We have not heard that.
That's why I'm asking.
Right.
But anyway, no.
I have not heard.
Okay, so it's about a possible pilot going on over there. All right, and I just want to comment, as you know, I'm on the planning board. It was 15-274 on the consent agenda. And that's the Casal Petro area, and the planning board did vote to go ahead with their redevelopment plan. It's on the consent agenda, we can vote on it. I voted no on that, only because there's a home involved down near the Wells Fargo Bank, down the corner here on the other side of the parking lot. And that was lumped into the redevelopment plan, and I had apprehensions about that, and I did speak about that. And it's a shame that it was lumped into the plan and voted to go ahead, and now this is another nail in the coffin. But the poor fellow, I mean, I would assume he's aware of it.
Have you talked to him?
No, I didn't. I thought about it, and I didn't know whether I'd be overstepping my bounds or not, but,
Just curious.
yeah, no, I hadn't talked to him.
Okay.
I probably should. But he's being tossed into this redevelopment plan. He bought the house, I didn't check the record, but I guess it was probably like 2011 or something, or 12.
5 years ago. 5 years ago.
Oh, you know that? Okay, 2010. It's private property. I know there's now an eminent domain attached to the redevelopment plan, which had heavily was discussed, and it's a shame. I just hope that eminent domain, if he doesn't want to sell, I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope something doesn't happen with eminent domain forcing him out of his home. The Wells Fargo Bank, from what I understand, is now vacating the premises.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know when, but he'll be left with the Wells Fargo Bank in the redevelopment plan and leaving. He'll be like the donut hole in the donut. And I'll tell you, you don't feel like a target on your back on that one.
Maybe you're making some assumptions at this point.
All right, I don't know, he's a young kid. I think he's about 30, something like that. He bought all of a two-family house. I guess he was looking for income, and And it's like the carpet, the proverbial carpet being pulled out from under his feet, possibly, right?
It's all conjecture.
But it, you know, that's private property, and unfortunately, we now have been targeted, and I expressed my sentiment as planning board, and I just wanted to reiterate here, so, thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we're gonna continue on to consent agenda. Are there any resolutions anyone wants deleted from the consent agenda?
Yes, Mayor, resolutions 273 and 274, please.
Okay? Ready? May I have a motion to accept the amended consent agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda as amended, Mayor.
Do we have a second? Thank you. Roll call. Okay.
Go, ready?
Yes.
Councilman Carney? Here. Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrucelli?
Aye.
And Councilman Fisco?
Aye.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 273?
Second.
Roll call, Ms. Ariana.
Councilman Carney? Councilman Martin? Councilman Matthews?
No.
Councilman Petrucelli?
Aye.
And Councilman Fisco?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt 274?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we have a discussion on that, Mayor?
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate, my kind of discomfort with this whole study. These pronouncements we make on private property. I have received complaints from some of the prior owners of the property about the way the study was done. In particular, one gentleman said to me the property was described as vacant, and he said, you know, I'll have you know, we have up until recently 40 employees there. And another family member said to me she felt they kind of cherry picked, you know, some of the items that they had assigned to study. The other thing is the fact that the council has not foregone eminent domain, and the fact that there's a residential parcel in here makes me even more reluctant to vote for this. I just think that, again, this is one more step on a slippery slope of going ahead and violating private property rights with no clear public purpose. If we have a public purpose, then let's discuss it, let's put a dollar figure on it, and let's have a vote. But to keep this in abeyance as a threat for private property owners, to me, is just repugnant. So I will be voting no on this resolution.
Thank you. Any other comments at this point? Ms. Ariana, roll call.
Councilman Carney? Councilman Martin? Councilman Matthews?
No.
Councilman Petrucelli?
Aye.
And Councilman Fisco?
Aye.
Thank you. Ms. Ariana, do we have any resolutions?
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 15278 be resolved by the Council of the Borough that the employment of Cindy Delgado, labor in the DPWB, and is hereby terminated effective immediately.
Do you have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, Ms. Ariana.
Councilman Carney? Councilman Martin?
Aye.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrucelli?
Aye.
And Councilman Tedisco?
Aye.
Thank you. Ms. Ariana, please read the payment of claims resolution.
Be resolved the following claims as approved be and hereby, and the same are hereby ordered paid when properly signed and verified, and the payment of payrolls as listed is hereby confirmed and ratified.
May I have a motion to adopt the payment of claims?
So moved, Mayor.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please, Ms. Ariana.
Councilman Carney? Councilman Martin?
Aye.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrucelli?
Aye.
And Councilman Tedisco? Aye.
The regular meeting of the mayor and council will be held on Tuesday, October 27, 2015, in council chambers at 7:15 p.m., workshop to start at 7 p.m. There will be a public hearing in council chambers on ordinance number 15-19 and 15-20 on Tuesday, October 27, 2015, at 7:15 p.m. or sooner thereafter. May I have a motion to adjourn? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.